What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the one and only Prince the Proof, Kodash, coming at y'all again with yet another video, man. On this lovely Friday morning. It is currently 5 a.m. For me, guys. I am a little bit tired, and I'm just not getting off work, man. I work overnight, so I gotta make this quick. I gotta get in bed, man. I just showered up and just said, you know what, I want to make this video, man, because I've been contemplating, on this video these last couple of hours, right, while I was at work, because I see stuff, right, and I just wanted to talk about my own personal experience, right, or my own personal reality and just what I experience and things that I see, right. And what I want to talk about is something, a little different than what I usually do, right. I want to talk about, the struggles or just the day-to-day life, the self-realized or awakened beings, right? Or some people call them Christ, Buddhas, whatever you want to call them. People that realize their true nature beyond this form self, this third density self, this matter solid self, right? The people that realize that, right? I want to talk about it because it's a life of. It's beautiful on one side, but it's hard on the other side, right? And it's made to be like that, just for balance, right? Because you can have a positive without a negative, right? And whenever you awaken, or if you a guy, let's say y'all guys know about semen retention. I talk about that a lot, right? You a guy that practice semen retention, and you're transcending that animal fleshly instinct, right? I'm talking about the guys that practice it for spiritual benefits, higher spiritual things, right, to reach their higher self, their higher conscious self, right, the higher mind, the higher realms, right. I'm talking about those guys. I'm not talking about the guys that's female attraction, right. That's cool. That's cool. That's on the fleshly level, though, right. I'm talking about for the guys that's higher than that, right. Once you start practicing Brahmacharya or these Asiatic tradition practices, or these Hindu Ayurveda, whatever you want to practice, right, Tantra, whatever, right. You practice these things, right? Like semen retention, right? The aura gets big, right? Or if you're just somebody that's realized, right, your aura is big. You got a different aura to you. You got a different physiology about you, right? And people can't stand it, right? People, they attack you subconsciously and consciously, right? Without them knowing it, right? But if they're doing it consciously, they know it, right? And they do this because they're not used to that, right? It's like the saying with Alan Watts. He said, "What's eye stands out, what's even lies flat." So what's eye stands out. After you standing out like a sore thumb, people when they're going to want to hit at that light, it's just going to happen. You got to accept it, and that can be done through a lot of things. It can be done through physical confrontation. People can lie on your name, slander you. I know I've been labeled as an outcast, especially like if you got a job and you got that one dude I was watching earlier. He said you got that omnipresent aura, like your aura is everywhere and people can feel it. They not gonna like you. They're gonna be weird as hell. They're not gonna like you. You're gonna rub them the wrong way, right? Because you gotta understand that light is burning up people's demons. A lot of people are in darkness, believe it or not, right? Because you gotta understand. Look what society pushes, right? Sex, drugs, food, alcohol, debauchery stuff, to keep people in the lower vibration, right? So they're in darkness, right? And if you a guy or a woman that ascend and transcend that, right? When you get around people, they're going to feel it, and you're going to rub them the wrong way, right? And they can make that they start making up rumors and try to challenge you, or like I know y'all guys experience, but there's guys, right? Guys that they're operating from the egoic self, right? If they see you're genuine, and you're naturally in your masculine nature, or you just naturally have this presence about you, right? With the way you talk, or just the way you move, or just how people interact with you, people naturally give you a certain type of respect, right? Guys don't like that, right? Because a lot of guys nowadays in the Western society, right? They think they need to prove it. I done told y'all the whole alpha male thing, right? I done told y'all. Right, they think they need to prove it. So whenever they see you naturally just doing it, they don't like that, right? So they want to, get loud or You know, if they get around a lot of people, you know how they do. They want to show out, right? I ain't even got to go into y'all know how guys is, right? I had it happen to me today. Well, yesterday at the gym, I seen a dude. This little off topic, y'all. I see the dude coming in the gym. I'm sitting down, right? I'm working out, and I seen a dude. He looking like he coming in. Like I can see his ego on him, because you can see people's energy when they come in. You can kind of tell, right? You kind of you can pick up on their vibe, right? And I said, God damn, the dude, he's super in his ego and shit. You know, like how he's walking, like, I'm like, God damn, you know? I'm like, it's not that serious. Like, if you a man, you ain't got to prove it. You know, and that's the funniest thing I don't understand. Like, if you a man, you don't have to prove it. Right? But I seen this dude, and you know, I'm taking my dumbbells back, because I'm finna switch to some heavier dumbbells, right? And the dude, he started walking in my direction. I'm walking to the dumbbell thing, and he's coming in my direction. I'm walking this way, he coming in my direction. And he finna run into me. So he tried to like put the dumbbells down. And there's no slots, everything is covered. Like all of the racks where the dumbbells went there were covered. There was no empty slots for him to put the dumbbells. So he was up on me, and I just looked at him. You know, I just looked at him in his eyes, and he just like, oh, I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry. I apologize about it. I just went about my business. I didn't react because I already seen him, I already peeped him. I'm like, I already know it. He's trying to physically confront me, right? Or just, you know how people want to do. They want to feel acknowledged, right? You know, because it's whenever you look at things from an egoic standpoint, that's what happened, right? But that's the example, right? You got people that sit around, talk about you, lie on you, backstab you, get you jammed up, or there's a million things, right? I know guys experienced it. You know, women experienced it, right? You gotta roll with the punches. You gotta just do it, right? This life is not easy. It's not easy. It's a school, and you are the playable character, right? You have a whole bunch of NPCs. Remember that, those people that you see, the NPCs. The only way that they come valid characters is if you entertain them. If you entertain them, the ego, they actually become valid characters. That's how I look at it. Like that dude right there, I seen him, like, I already know he doing. And he came, and I just looked at him, and he said, I'm sorry, man, and he just went on. I'm like, I already see through you. I seen through you when you walked in. You know, I just had an encounter at work. I was just riding. Y'all know I'm free spirited. I'm riding and shit. And I went through the wrong door, and the dude, he started yelling at me, getting hostile and shit. And I just kept riding. You know, I usually do. I don't really get loud unless somebody disrespects me. That's the only time I like really get hostile, is that for somebody like blatantly disrespects me. You know, try to play with me. You know, let's say like stepping on your shoes, or bumping you, or reaching over you, or let's say somebody touching you or something, like stuff like that, right? But I didn't react, right? Because you don't want to put any energy in motion, right? And that's the thing, you know, when you're in this path, once you're a chosen, self-realized being, you're going to be tested. You're going to have people get out of character. You're going to have people have emotional outbursts. You're going to have people cussing you out, saying all types of shit about you. Most time, you're just the person that nobody likes. And it's cool. It's okay. It's supposed to be like that, right? It's supposed to be, right? But I'll say it like this. If people don't say nothing to you, just keep going. You know, if people say something to you that they try to get under your skin, just keep going. Don't even respond to it. Just keep going. Because if you do, they got you, right? It's a spiritual warfare, right? The whole thing with it is, it's a war on your consciousness. It's a war on your vibration, your energy. They want you to stay in the lower levels, the lower level emotions, right? Hate, guilt, jealousy, envy, you know, guilt, apathy, stuff like that, shame, right? They want you to feel those lower level emotions if you vibrating high. So you gotta understand that this is a path, right? You gotta embrace it, right? I like this saying in the Bible, Ecclesiastes 2:5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Right? You gotta be tried. You have to go through the adversity. You gotta go through the adverse times to understand, to grow, to learn. You know, you can't let people knock you off your square, right? Like, if you have an encounter, because if you in just this Western society, you're gonna have encounters with people, right? Especially in the Western society, you got dumbasses on the road, you got dumbasses at the place you work at, gyms, any social setting, you're going to have stupidity, right? People that's full of themselves, right? And you just got to keep going. You got to stay in your own lane. But even when you stay in your own lane, people still get in your lane, right? And you just kind of just walk through it, right? Just walk through it. You don't get emotional. You don't get all hyped up and shit. You don't do that. Because once you do that, you go back into unconsciousness. You go into the ego. It happens, you know. Everybody done it. I done it, you know. Sometimes you lose it. You snap. You know, you get tired, right? It happens, right? It's a test. It's a school. Sometimes you're gonna fail, and you know you just got to keep getting back up. You got to get back and keep trying until you pass, right? But understand, it's not going to be easy life if you a chosen one, if you a self-realized being, or if you somebody that practices sitting retention or any of these higher level things, right? To improve your physiology. It just people just not gonna like you. You're gonna just burn them. I'm gonna say it like that. You gonna burn them, right? You will see people just sitting around talking about you, and then when you come, it's silence. You know, it's like that. It's like that, bro. Endure it. You know, endure it, sisters. Endure it. You know, it's gonna happen. You gotta keep thriving. You gotta keep your head on straight. You gotta do discernment. Be like, okay, I know that's a vibrational war. That's vibrational trying to pull me down. If I go into that, if I let that get to me, right? If people talking about you, like whenever you doing your own thing and you see people keep looking at you talking, they want you to put your energy over there. Just keep going. Like it ain't that deep. Because if they had any balls, they'd come say it to you. You know. So it's like don't even entertain people, right? Remember those are NPCs. You know, they're NPCs. So you just gotta keep going. All right, I'm cool. I'm good. You know, I'm vibing. I know I'm emanating light, and y'all just hitting at it because you can't. What is it? They're hitting at the light because they can't stand the darkness that they're in, right? Right, if they see you standing out, your eyeball, like I tell you, I'm a quiet guy. I'm reserved to myself, and people don't like that. So they come up to me and, hey man, why don't you use words? Or why you not talking? Or you gotta you in a bad mood today? You not feeling well, or just whatever, right? And I just don't say nothing. I just look at them. Right? I don't need to talk. I'm in my inner sanctum. I'm in my inner world, right? Well, people want you to be out there because people can't deal with silence. You know, silence. People gotta understand silence is more powerful than anything because with silence, with space, there's all vibration. Everything is there. That's reality, right? Everything comes out of that. Even this third density form comes out of that. Only reason that you can see a silent is because we vibrate lower than what we would be if we were in our astral bodies, right? If we were our astral bodies are part of our makeup, but it's at a different level of vibration. So to perceive it, right? We only perceive this third density form is because of the vibration that we at, right? But once you get into things of higher consciousness, once you become illuminated, awakened, you see the other view of separateness. You see beyond that, right? You see beyond this solid form, right? This is all energy. This is an energy body. This is an astral body, right? But life is a game. It's a school. You got to experience your karma. You got to go through the trials and tribulations. You got to deal with people. You got to embrace it, and then just understand that this is all for your development to transcend. Once you transcend out this body, once this body dissipates, and you go into your astral body, that's the place that you're trying to get to in this body, right? You're trying to get to that astral body level of consciousness to where you remain present, but you're still in third density, right? That's the thing with life. You want to get to that vibrational frequency, but still be in a third density body. You know, so those tests are to throw you off or just to, knock you off path, right? To get you back down, if y'all get what I'm saying, right? So y'all stand strong and, just keep believing in yourself, man. Yes, you're going to be misunderstood. People are not going to like you. You're going to be outcasted and, slandered. It's okay. Just deal with it. Keep going, right? It's going to happen, right? They didn't like Jesus neither, If you realize the same thing as him, you think they're going to like you? So y'all guys just stay grounded. Men and women, stay grounded. And understand that this journey is not an easy one, but it's a good one for development purposes. So, with that being said, I'm gone. I got to lay down. And y'all have a good day. I'm hollering at y'all. I'm going in peace.